I got when I was in the Olympic Park. It's a real can-do attitude, I think, in this room today. And it's lovely to see you all. It's a real honour for me, a slightly aged man, to address so many young people with so many, obviously, great ideas. And I just wanted to share a little bit of a story with you, really. We're over 100 years old, Morgan Sports Cars. Obviously, some of you may have heard of us. We turn over between 40–50 million pounds a year, make about 1,500 cars a year now. We have very strong exports. 75% of these cars are left-hand drive, they go abroad. Europe, USA have always been strong markets for us. And we're looking at China, we're looking at India, we're looking at Brazil, these new markets, to see if we can sell the idea of a real, true British sports car. But this year, something new has happened, actually. Something really different has happened at Morgan. We've actually increased our turnover by about 20 million. And that's because we've introduced a new model, the Morgan three-wheeler, which almost every motoring journalist will tell you is one of the greatest launches of a new car that they've ever seen. And the reason for that, I think, is because it offers something really different. It offers a driving experience which is just about having really good fun. In fact, our slogan is a driven, given, smile a mile in the three-wheeler. But no, we want to, as a company, as our USP, if you like, bring the fun back into driving. But Morgan's a family business, and so, you may say, well, what are you doing standing here? You're all entrepreneurs about to start your business. And I would tell you one thing in a family business, that it's just not enough just to sit there. You have got to have new ideas. You've got to reinvent your business every generation. So just like a startup, a family business, in a way, has to be entrepreneurial. I always remember the chairman of Cartier, a very important visit to Morgan Motor Company. I think his name is Bernard Fornas, coming around the factory and seeing what we did. And he said, Charles, you must always remember one thing. You can never repeat the past, but you can always be inspired by it. And to an extent, that's exactly what our business is based on. It's based on the idea that you have a product which is in fact redolent of a completely different age, and it has all that style of that different age. But of course it has completely modern functionality. And this is something which is actually catching on in a big way in a lot of other areas. If you're a cyclist, you'll know about the Tweed Run, which is a cycling run all around different countries where people dress up in rather sort of attractive looking suits and clothes. But that is dependent on the fact that those bicycles really work and they're really easy to drive over long distances. Goodwood, which I've just been to last weekend, is precisely based on this method of creating the atmosphere of an old style event, but obviously having all of the sophistication, all of the service, all of the efficiency of a modern age. We think the three-wheeler will be ideally suited to going to Bonneville Salt Flats, doing a world record run on Bonneville Salt Flats. We call it sort of jet punk. But it's the idea really that you take these wonderful old historic events and you bring them up to date. And very much our products are very much brought up to date. But I would also say that the UK is a very good place to be a manufacturer. In fact, it's 11% of the economy at the moment. We're one of the top 10 manufacturers in the world, in the UK. 2.5 million people in the UK make things. Obviously, we're leaders in pharmacy, aerospace, and now cars, particularly with the revival of Jaguar Land Rover. And British people, when you employ British people, when you go to universities, we're brilliant innovators. We come up with ideas. And the universities in the UK, their research departments have some of the best ideas in the world. I think we rank probably second in the world in terms of, certainly in engineering, in terms of the research and development that's carried on in our universities. So, better than Germany, better than Japan, better at the moment than China, probably not for long. But the ideas are often lost in commercialisation, in the process of taking that idea and turning it into a business, because simply the funding's not there. And the government doesn't help. you know, we can't rely on government handouts to help us set up a business, except perhaps through tax relief. So how does Morgan do it? Well, we employ the latest design tools, and that's a recent thing as well. Alias, which was the film Avatar was made on Alias, has only just become available to small businesses like us. And Alias is the design tool that allows us to visualize a car in 3D, completely manufacture a car on a thing called CATIA in 3D, and send all the data to our suppliers, to our collaborators, so that they make the right bits so we can assemble the car. Small, close-knit teams. Small, close-knit teams, terribly important. A lot of the big organisations, you'll beat them if you have a small team, because they just take too long. The communication process takes too long. Believe you're the best. I think it was Peter Jones this morning who said, having confidence to make it happen. Gosh, that's so important. And believe you're the best. The Formula One team that wins the race is the one that thinks it's going to win. And of course, collaborate. So you have to work with other organisations. And that can be difficult. I mean, we work with BMW. They are much bigger than us. They can swat us away in a second. But the fact is that we work incredibly closely with them, incredibly well with them, and get a massive amount of added value out of collaborating with them. And it's the same with our new projects with other suppliers in the UK. We hope to be, in 2 or 3 years' time, the first manufacturer of a magnesium car since the 1930s. And by the way, they have solved that problem of it going up in smoke if you set fire to it. So the other thing is, the third thing quickly, because I've got to stop now, but diversify. You know, the three-wheeler is nothing if not diversification. The trouble with a car sold worldwide globally is it has to meet 67 separate safety approvals. You have to have airbags, you have to have all the sophisticated aids for drivability, so ABS, ESP, ESC, EST. Now, our four-wheel cars have that because we work with BMW, as I've said. But what a relief when we did the three-wheeler, because it's classified as a motor tricycle, as a very lightweight vehicle. So all that goes out the window. So we can produce an extreme car, pure car, a car that's purely about driving, about having fun. And that's where legislation for us, you know, is too heavy. We need that opportunity to be able to do the new electric car, to do the new lightweight car, to do the new car that's like the pod in Star Wars. And then lastly, you know, it's all about service. It's not just about making it. And that's where people have said earlier on today, the internet is so, so important. I mean, I'm on Twitter. You don't have to follow me. You can if you like. And actually, if you all did, wow, I think we'll get us to the room. Charles Morgan UK. But no, seriously. And by the way, don't buy followers. No, it'd be great if you did. Because my business is about communication. It's about doing fun things. Go onto the Morgan website, there's a toolbar at the bottom, it's all the latest things we did. I crossed America in a three-wheeler, 3,000 miles with my wife, great story, great pictures, have a look. But the fact is that we are about more than just selling somebody a car. We want to be with them for life. We want to do fun things in that car. We want to give them decent experiences with that car. And I'll just give you one last thought. I've just come back from Sicily. Little small business, little cafe, Alessandro and Fabrizio. Wow, what a business. What a business. It's tiny, it's nothing. It would cost you peanuts to rent. But that is not just a cafe, it's a meeting place. You go and read the papers there, you look at the latest news there, you talk about the news there. It then becomes the nightclub, it then becomes the place where everybody shows off their nice cars. I'm taking a three-wheeler there next year, and I think my Italian sales will go through the roof. Thank you very much.